Emotions are all over the place. That's a great way to put it. Looking like the goddamn inside out bubbles.
So it's technically, to me, it's all about emotions and how you regulate your emotions and how you cope with your emotions.
Absolutely. I love how Betty just summed that up. Difficulty learning how to manage your emotions and can be caused by past traumas. Absolutely. I've learned even from my own experiences, early neglect causes problems during childhood as well as adulthood. Absolutely. These are absolutely what I'm hoping you guys were going to get from this. I'm so glad you guys are actually grasping. Nobody believes something's wrong with you with BPD, even when you know something's wrong. Or they misdiagnose you as being something else because they don't want to think about the possibilities of what BPD does or what it means.
I've also heard that a lot of psych doctors, and there's really hard people to go to because a lot of people don't know how to deal with PPD. It's one of the hardest.
It is one of the hardest to treat diseases in the mental health spectrum. Yep. And that's a lot with fibromyalgia. You're just inventing pain. You're pain seeking. You're this. You're that. All right, guys. Let's get into some environmental triggers. This is a big thing for me. Hello, Alexis. Ain't seen you in a minute. Environmental triggers. Oh, goddamn. Let me get my coffee. Hold on. Environmental triggers can include a wide range of situations that provoke intense emotional responses in people with BPD. For example, a minor disagreement with a friend may lead to overwhelming feelings of rejection, causing a person to withdraw suddenly or lash out in frustration. Similarly, changes in plans, like someone canceling a meeting, may be interpreted as abandonment, sparking anxiety or even panic. Everyday stressors such as criticism at work, feeling left out in social settings, can quickly escalate into an emotional crisis. These reactions aren't intentional. Rather, they reflect the highlighted sensitivity and vulnerability that's common in BPD. Unstable homes, unpredictable caregiving environments teach survival through emotional intensity. Love and chaos can become linked, leading to lifelong sensitivity to rejection or conflict. Absolutely. Unstable home environment teaches survival through emotional intensity. Do you guys know what that means? Do y'all know where that's coming from? Survival through emotional intensity. Love and chaos become linked. Creates long-term sensitivity to conflict or rejection. Survival mode forever. I love that. Is a great way to put it. Fight or flight 24/7. I love that. Yep. So this is the emotional effects of people with BPD. What up, Betty? So people with BPD often experience intense mood swings. For example, someone with BPD might wake up feeling content, but after minor disagreement with a friend, suddenly becomes overwhelmed by sadness or anger. Their emotions can shift dramatically. several times throughout the day, sometimes in response to what is seemingly small events throughout the day. And we'll get into that. I have a whole topic on that. Don't jump ahead, Melanie. You're always that kid jumping ahead in class, aren't you? That's me too, don't feel bad. Fears of being abandoned. If a loved one cancels plans or takes longer than usual to respond to a text message, the person with BPD may immediately feel rejected or panic that the relationship is ending. This fear can lead to desperate attempts to maintain closeness, such as repeatedly calling or texting or withdrawing suddenly to avoid the expected pain. Feelings of emotion at an overwhelming level. Everyday stressors like criticism at work, feeling left out of a group, can trigger powerful emotional reactions. What may be a minor disappointment for others may feel like an unbearable crisis for someone with BPD, leading to emotional outbursts or even impulsive actions. Let's get into the relationship impact Relationship for individuals with borderline personality disorder can be marked by rapid shifts between intense closeness and sudden emotional distance. This is often due to a phenomenon called splitting, where someone with BPD may view a loved one as entirely good or entirely bad, with little middle ground. For example, they might shower a friend or partner with affection and admiration one moment, feeling an almost idealized sense of connection. However, if they perceive a slight hint of rejection, such as a canceled plan or a misunderstood comment, they may quickly shift to feeling deeply hurt and may distance themselves emotionally or physically. These abrupt changes are not calculated attempts to manipulate others. Rather, they are a reflection of emotional panic and overwhelming fear of abandonment. The person with BPD is often struggling to manage intense feelings of vulnerability, which can trigger desperate attempts to avoid perceived threats to the relationship. This can result in behaviors such as seeking constant reassurance, withdrawing suddenly to protect themselves from anticipated pain, or reacting with anger or sadness. It's not... Hey, Ryder. How are you? Despite these challenges, people with BPD are capable of loving with great depth and sincerity. Their longing for stable, secure relationships is genuine, and the emotional intensity they bring to connections reflects their desire for closeness and acceptance. With understanding and support, these individuals can work towards building more balanced, resilient relationships that offer both safety and fulfillment. Okay. Identity and impulsivity. It's another big hallmark for BPD. People with BPD often question who they are and may change opinions or goals frequently. For example, someone might feel certain about wanting a particular career one week, only to suddenly lose interest and pursue something entirely different the next. They may adopt new hobbies, shift their values, or even change their sense of style or identity in response to changing circumstances or relationships. In friendship or romantic relationships, a person with BPD may mirror the preferences and beliefs of those around them, seeking a sense of belonging or approval. This ongoing uncertainty about who they are can lead to feelings of confusion, instability, frustration, both for the person with BPD and for those close to them. I feel that. I wish I could be that lazy. I wish I could be that lazy. With 8 dogs, I don't get to be that lazy. So when I'm in a room with someone and we're talking for long periods of time, you may hear my accent change or the way that I speak go from correct to ghetto or from correct to honky. That is part of my BPD. It is something that I do. It's sometimes not even a conscious decision. Hey, Sickest.
It's a chameleon. We are chameleons.
With BPD, you are a chameleon because you have learned to emotionally manipulate yourself to fit in the situation so that the chaos, confusion, what may you stops to control the situation. The impulsive behaviors, spending, substance use, self-harm are often from emotional overload because we feel things so damn deeply. So damn deeply. People with BPD feel things so damn deeply that we overload our own emotions. Now, I'll tell you, there's certain videos I can't watch on Facebook Reels. I have to keep scrolling, otherwise I'll be a blubber and mess crying on the fucking phone. Dead serious. And there's shit y'all would just giggle at or, oh, that's sad, and move on. Not Beth. Not Beth. Beth is a blubbering mess by the end of the video. And it takes me like 10-15 minutes to get myself under control. A commercial that's absolutely super sad could push my buttons for 10-20 minutes. It's insanity, but that's what it is. We're discussing borderline personality disorder today, guys. While I do a quick micellar water wash and serum on my face. How's life been? Sick? They often did that, especially when we were growing up, Anna. I'm telling you that. They used to misdiagnose, change diagnosis, decide a child had this, decide a child had that. When I tell you they diagnosed me 19 different times before I got diagnosed with BPD. Where's my ice water? And the over-medication of our children is entirely insane. Sorry, we're taking a quick intermission because my hair was driving me nuts. I could feel it crinkling. No worries.
Emma. Stop.
No, widow's peak. Driving me nuts. Alright, guys. Alright, back to the lecture. Quick intermission so that we had a chance to let our brains function. Alright, chronic emptiness and pain. Many people with borderline personality disorder... Oops, I just lost my screen. There we go. Many people with BPD describe an experience in profound sense of emptiness or loneliness that seems to persist regardless of their circumstances. This emptiness can feel like an internal void, making it difficult to feel fulfilled or connected, even when surrounded by others. The fear of being alone is often so overwhelming that it drives patterns of behavior that may be self-destructive or harmful to relationships. For instance, an individual may cling to others, engage in impulsive acts, or even sabotage relationships out of anxiety that they will be abandoned. The fear can create a cycle where efforts to avoid loneliness inadvertently lead to further isolation. Hey, Amanda. Emotional numbness is another common experience. Periods where a person feels detached from their emotions, unable to feel joy, sadness, or excitement. These numb phases can alternate suddenly with intense emotional storms, where feelings such as anger, sadness, or anxiety become overpowering and difficult to manage. The shift between feeling completely empty and floored by emotion contributes to the instability that is characteristic of BPD. It can leave an individual feeling confused and exhausted. It can make it challenging for friends or family to understand the person's reactions. This chronic emptiness and emotional volatility are often misunderstood by others, but for those with BPD, they are daily struggles that shape their worldview and interactions. Recognizing and validating these experiences is essential to providing compassionate support and fostering healing. What up, Oakland? Hey, Tiffany. Any questions, comments, concerns yet? I'm just taking any comments, questions, or concerns about that, guys? How are you doing, girlie? I haven't seen y'all in a little bit. Mel said you didn't. It is a very unstable disorder. We're actually getting into that. We're going to get into healing through treatment. That's our next one. Yeah, I am not a quiet BPD. I have explosive borderline personality disorder with CPTSD on top of it. So basically, my life's been so fucked on fuck status from the day I fucking come out my mama's coochie that my brain's just wired for fight or flight at all times. And that's just how the fuck it is. Brain spotting. We'll have to see if that's one of the options in our lovely little thing. If not, we'll have to get you to talk about it. Girl, I know how that feels. Sending you all the good vibes, Tiffany. Honestly, marijuana, it's not in control. It's a daily thing.
And why do you think that Beth tries so damn hard to keep me on the right road without popping off?
Because
why do you think that she cuts me off so many times when I'm actually talking and going off?
Because it's part of his BPD to have to prove something or be right or push the envelope. Hey, Mama.
I was never listening.
It's not in control, ever. It's managed day by day. And I'm not going to lie and say I manage it every day, because, bitch, Devin and I got into a huge ass fight last night because I was sick of his bullshit.
We did.
Don't get the fuck out, go for a walk, go sit in the truck, go fucking out the door. Fuck out of my goddamn face. And that's how we manage it. As two people with BPD in a relationship, that's how we manage it. When we know. Absolutely, Mama.
She goes off, I go off, we say mean things that we say to set each other off.
And then he fucking, either I'll go for a fucking walk to the store or he'll go the fuck outside to the neighbor's house somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm fucking knowing, I don't fucking care. At that point, in my brain, the only thing I fucking care about is him going the fuck outside. But then the whole time he's gone, I'm like, well, blah, 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 in my own head. Yup.
And same with me, I'm out there thinking in my head, what the fuck did I do wrong? What the fuck did I say wrong? How can I fix this?
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely, guys. So all tips are going to go to dabs to manage my BPD, guys. So absolutely appreciate anything that comes to the Cash App or the PayPal. I would appreciate it. So let's get into healing through treatment, guys. This is one thing that and I'm going to be honest with you right now. We're going to talk about DPT. And DPT does not work for everybody. So please do not assume that I'm saying this is the only way you can deal with it. This is just the accepted treatment for BPD.
For mental health.
Per the Mental Health Association. Okay?
But there's other ways to choose from if you do not like that choice.
It is a great tool, but it is not the only only treatment. Yes. But this is the accepted treatment. I say accepted mental health treatment. Y'all got the little air quotes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, healing through treatment. And I can never say it, so we're just going to call it DPT. Is an effective treatment that teaches mindfulness, emotional regulation, distress tolerance, and relationship skills. For example, DPT might involve learning grounding techniques to manage overwhelming emotions, practicing deep breathing exercises, or using worksheets to track triggers and responses. Group therapy sessions may provide supportive environments where individuals can share experiences and learn new coping strategies. In addition, DPT, some people explore complementary explosives such as art therapy, yoga, medication management for co-occurring conditions like anxiety and depression. There is an growing interest in the potential role of cannabis in mental health treatment. Some individuals with BPD may use cannabis to manage symptoms such as anxiety, insomnia, or emotional distress. However, and I say this so seriously, it is important to note that the effects of cannabis can widely vary. While some people report relief, others may experience increased anxiety, paranoia, or mood instability. Any consideration of cannabis use should be discussed with qualified mental health professionals who can help you weigh the potential risks and benefits and ensure that it is used safely as part of your treatment plan. Please do not think that I am saying, and I say this. Oh, I love that, Connie. I did not know that, Oakland. I want to make it very, very clear. This is coming from a stoner. Somebody whose go-to tool that I found that works for me is cannabis. But I am telling you now, it doesn't always work for everyone, and you have to find out what works for you. Mental health is not a one-size-fits-all approach. Please understand that. And that is just the honest truth. For me, with my mindfulness, my meditation, all of this other thing, I use cannabis in conjuncture with the rest of my coping mechanisms I've learned.
And I want to share this, as so many of you, as bright as you guys should be, you should know that Beth is not a medication type of person.
I do not believe in... So, for a very long time, the medical industry used me as a guinea pig for new medications. At one point in time in my childhood, I weighed over 230 pounds and I had the cholesterol
of a 90-year-old.
Of a 90-year-old fucking 900-pound bitch. So, I don't do mental health meds. It's not something I choose to do. I have a really good mind willpower to close down my emotions.
And I don't. So I choose to
take his medication on top of cannabis, on top of his own mindfulness teachings. BPD is a complex issue. It's not just pop a pill and be done.
No.
Exactly. Jessa, I feel that... Have you tried gummies or tincture? Maybe it's the way that you're taking it could be causing anxiety. Also, try a full indica instead of a sativa. Unless you're also ADHD, and then flip-flop that. I don't even wish it on the BBC or the rest of the groups, to be fair. It's a bitch. Alright, let's get back into it, guys. Compassion and recovery. Let's move on to our next slide. People with BPD are not broken. They are survivors of deep emotional wounds. Their emotions are valid, and with empathy and understanding, healing is absolutely possible. There are many ways to support someone living with BPD, and small acts of compassion can make a significant difference in their journey towards recovery. Listening without judgment. When someone with BPD shares their feelings or experiences, offer your full attention and avoid minimizing or criticizing their emotions. A simple "I hear you and I'm here for you" can help them feel seen and valid. Encourage them to seek help and support them in seeking therapy such as DPT, which teaches vital skills like emotional regulation and distress tolerance. Offer to help research therapists or even accompany them to their appointments if they feel anxious. Validate their feelings. I love that. I love that you're willing to be... I'm glad that you're willing to put yourself in that position to know that you needed to step back, though, Oakland. So let's get into validating their feelings. Remind them that their emotions are real and understandable, even if you don't fully relate. For example, saying, "It makes sense you're feeling overwhelmed right now," can be comforting. Practicing patience. Healing from BPD can be a long process with multiple setbacks. Stay patient during emotional ups and downs and reassure them you won't abandon them, even when things get tough. Learn together. Educate yourself about BPD and share resources. Reading books, articles, and attending support groups can help both of you understand the disorder and improve communication. Set healthy boundaries. It is important to maintain your own well-being while supporting someone with BPD. Clearly express your needs and limits in a kind way, which models healthy relationships and helps prevent burnout. Encourage self-care. Suggest activities that can bring comfort or joy, such as art, yoga, journaling. Offer to join them in these activities to strengthen your bond and provide companionship. Be consistent. Show up for them in reliable ways. Regular check-ins, sending supportive messages, or spending time together. Consistency can build trust and a sense of security. Above all, remember that compassion and patience and understanding are powerful tools. By offering empathy and practical support, you can help foster hope, healing for some people with BPD, empowering them as they work towards a more stable and fulfilling life. So my final message to you guys is, as someone living with both borderline personality disorder and complex post-traumatic stress disorder, I want to remind you that neither of these conditions are a choice. They are responses to deep pain and trauma that I've experienced. My way of coping with overwhelming emotions and memories, not a reflection of weakness or character flaws. When you meet me with compassion instead of judgment, it gives me hope. With the right support, understanding, and treatment, I am learning to heal and rebuild my sense of self. Recovery isn't a straight path, and some days are harder than others. But your patience and willingness to listen make a real difference. Your encouragement helps me believe that a more stable and fulfilling life is within reach. Please keep having open conversations about mental health. When you replace stigma with understanding, you not only help me, but you make the world a safer place for everyone who struggles in silence. Together, we can break the cycle of shame and create a community where healing is possible for all. So yes, am I extra? Yep. Absolutely. Do I have impulse problems that I start and stop hobbies at the drop of a fucking dime? You're damn right.
And that's why I was trying to
And that's why I'm trying to find things that allow me to do the same collection that I'm, like these. There's so many different durable sets that I will be able to spend, $6 on a pack of these on clearance and trade with other friends that collect them and other things like that. And the variety will keep me from having to pick something new up. Absolutely, Jessa. I love who I am, but the fact is that I am trying to manage my disorder in the best fucking way that I know how. And going and saying, oh, but you spent this money on this. Yes, because spending that $5, $10 on a couple of packs of those kept me from spending $500 on shit that I had no need for.
Yep. And that's where I was trying to get at with my other live when we were living in Arkansas, with her spending money and wanting to share with me. That's part of her coping mechanism with her mental health. As a child, she never
if I were to say, no, Beth, you can't have any money to go buy anything for yourself. You only have to say, I have necessities, put the rest in savings right now. Within 72 hours, my savings would be drained. That simple. Oh, thank you, Oakland. And we'll check right now.
And that's all I was trying to get at when...
Aw, thank you, Oakland. I really appreciate that. I'm going to go get dabs with that. So that helps more than you fucking know right now.
Really appreciate you. Thank you.
I absolutely appreciate that. But that's the thing. I know with my disorder that if I try to budget it down and deny myself anything and try to save it all and do this and do that, what's going to happen is I'm going to be at the store and I'm just going to transfer all my money and I'm going to do whatever I want. Because by not giving myself room in my budget for frivolous, dumb shit that I want, I set myself up for failure. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else. Oakland and Jessa, I'm sure you get it.
But like I said, once she has a goal, like a actual goal for something that's set aside. That doesn't exist to me. That goal is set, and she's going to proceed that goal.
But I also try to budget $5 or $10 for dumb shit because it makes me happy, and making me happy and giving myself a dopamine hit keeps me from spiraling out.
and going and getting that fucking one fuck up.
That one fucking bad day with $500 in my pocket. The next thing you know, I got a ball and it's 3 weeks later. Like, that's the God honest truth.
Bingo.
Exactly, Oakland. That's exactly it, too. These may be dumb little toys to Megan MC. These might be little fucking idiot shit to the rest of those people. But do you know what these represent to me?
Another day sober. Another day that...
A childhood I didn't have.
Yep.
A childhood I didn't have.
I was going to say a day that she never had as a
A
child.
childhood that didn't exist in my world. Sorry. Excuse me, give me a minute. And my biggest thing is that these are stupid to you, but these are small enough that no matter where I move, these are going to go with me. And that's why, Megan, I buy stupid little children's toys and spend a little bit of money here and there to do that. That's exactly why I do it. Oh, I love you, Oakland. Thank you, honey.
And to just irritate the fuck out of you two.
It does. I'm not going to lie that I show them off a lot because they irritate the shit out of you, Megan, and the rest of you little bitches over there, so why shouldn't I? For what fucking reason should I not? Even the little puppy dog said, fuck you, Megan. What was that, Miguel? He wants something to say. Fuck ICE! Fuck ICE! And fuck Donald Trump. That's what he wanted to say. Doesn't that face look like it says fuck ICE to you? Oh. But that's the thing. That's why my emotions can be all over the place in a single video. It's why I have such intense reactions to things. And if Megan doesn't like it, or if you want to mock this video and put it all over YouTube, maybe you'll teach somebody about BPD, you dumb cunt. I'm actually going to be posting this whole live because I really want this one to stick around for a while. I think this live may really help some people that don't know they need it. You know what I mean? But guys, I'm going to go run to the dispensary and some other things. I really appreciate you because now I can go to the dispensary in the store and get what I need. Thank you, Oakland. I'm trying to do more of these. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the repeal of the Fairness Act, otherwise known as the 1987 Truth in Broadcasting Act, and how it shaped American politics, how it shapes our current broadcasting. If anybody wants to help add to Oakland's donation for self-care, I think today is going to be a stoner self-care day. So I would appreciate it. That would be awesome. I'm going to go get some Dabby McDabbersons. And then I'm going to find some self-care items at Dollar Tree, I think. So if anybody wants to help with that, that would be freaking amazing. Stoner Self-Care Sunday. Absolutely. I would definitely appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening to my ramblings about a disorder that nobody ever really talks about. That a lot of us suffer in silence because were just a dramatic or over emotional or histrionic or God knows what else they want to call you. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope y'all have an amazing afternoon. 5:30 my time. We are going to be on TikTok. We are going to have our league battle. So if you guys can show up, I would appreciate it. I love y'all. We'll see you later.